I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth. It's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth. It's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, all I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Ooh, Lord. All I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. 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 Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. Somebody sick and tired of this shit. Hey, since day one they lied to us and we wasn't shit but slaves. But I found out what I found out, it was right there in my face. The preacher man, he lied. My mama, daddy didn't know, so I'm boxed in by lies. How the fuck I'm ever gonna grow? Hey, when the night falls and the lights out, you be reaching for some help. But when the real shit is bullshit, you be reaching for what's left. None of the lies gonna make it, you can read it for yourself. Here's the truth, you can't fake it, you need to find it for yourself. And nah, and nah, and nah. Oh, 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 I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth. It's alright. I know, 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 I know. I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth. It's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. All I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Ooh, Lord. All I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. 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 Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. Somebody sick and tired of this shit.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole. Was never expecting. Just had to know the story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Sign Christ, lock you. Bear with me just a moment. Fix this. Get rid of that. Most High Christ, Shalom, Cap, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
So like, so how's my audio sound? Everything sounding swap?
Your audio is good.
Most High Christ, I hear you just fine as well, sir.
Yeah.
How's everything? Everything swap with you, sir?
Everything to walk, yep.
Most High Christ. Come on, man. We're going to get it started, man. We back at it. We are back at it. You understand? Chain Breakers Podcast. This is episode number 32. of the Chain Breakers podcast, brought to you by the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the leadership of the most controversial man in America, Commanding General YAHANNA. You understand? Since 1969, the I.S.U.P.K has been teaching the truth according to the Bible, right? What's that? The main truth we've been teaching, getting our people to understand, is that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are the true Jews, the true Israelites of the Bible. You understand? We've been doing that in operation since 1969. And so we continue to do that throughout the four corners of the earth today. All right. So, of course, this is the Chain Breakers podcast. You know what I'm saying? Brought to you by the I.S.U.P.K, broadcasting from North Carolina as well as Oklahoma City. And of course, to start it off, I always got to, you know what I'm saying, I got to give, you know what I'm saying, my co-constituents, my co-host, you know what I'm saying, my Ottawa, my brothers, I got to shout them out and introduce y'all to them. So, of course, every single week I have my Ottawa, which is an honor to saying every single week on the show. Shalom, sir. Oh, snap.
Christ. Shalom, oh man.
Shalom, I don't want you have a good night. What have we here? Shalom.
Oh, I'm out here. What's going on, I'm out here getting ready. I'm out here. I'm out here in Snow Hill, Goldsboro area, getting ready for this Sunday at 1 p.m. The post Passover kickback. Started this Sunday. You know what I mean? In the neighboring cities, everybody's welcome to come out. We're gonna have food, we're gonna have doom buggies, we got a swimming pool, you know, we got music, we got DJ Party Boy, you know what I mean? We're gonna have all the trimmings out here for our final kickback.
That's right.
We set off the summer with the work of the Lord, what we're doing.
That's right.
We congratulate everybody that came out to the Lord's Passover, everybody that assisted in it, all the way down, you know what I mean? And we just want to let you know, everyone out here watching this show, that you are welcome this Saturday. The address is on Officer I.R.O.K and Officer YAHANNA's Facebook page and all social media platforms. All right? Shalom, Lord in Christ show.
Shalom, Most High in Christ. Hey, that's a pleasant surprise. The water, sir. The water server coming through. So you never know. You never know what's going to happen on the Chain Breakers podcast. People just pop up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's going down. Sunday, I believe it's starting basically at 1 p.m. But all the details, like Ottawa said, you can get them. Go on his Facebook, I.R.O.K YAHANNA. Go on obviously YAHANNA's Facebook, I.R.O.K YAHANNA. I'm gonna go ahead and share it as well when I get a chance when I'm done with the show for today. And share it so everybody who's in the neighboring cities can join with us. Come out there, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Just a nice time to wind down. Of course, you know what I'm saying, as we get back into the flow of, you know what I mean, like the other one said, getting back into the work of the Lord. And wait a minute, it looks like Officer I.R.O.K left his clone. One gets up and the other one, another one pops up. We got my brother, Officer Father Yarl in the building. What's good, bro?
Christ, what's the word?
Not much, bro. Not much, man.
Wars.
He said Clone Wars. Damn right. I'm looking over here looking like Captain Yagarwap's clone with the red. Damn, Ottawa. I didn't know we was coordinating and everything. You know what I'm
I know, man. Yeah, man.
You got the red headpiece too. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
You over here representing. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ, man. Chain Breakers podcast. The water to everybody that's tuning in. You know what I'm saying? We're going to let some more brothers and sisters come over here. We started a little bit late today. I had some technical difficulties getting things together, but no sweat. We're going to run it as per usual, get these stories out, these breakdowns out. If anybody wants to comment, you know what I'm saying, please just type it in. Yarl, are we on Clubhouse?
God.
Most High in Christ. So right now we broadcasting from about 8 channels. We on you can see us on the ISUPK Durham Twitter, on the Goldsboro, Durham, and the Chain Breakers podcast YouTube, as well as we are live on Officer I.R.O.K's Facebook, Durham Facebook, and the Goldsboro Facebook, and we're live on Clubhouse as well. We're just gonna get so many just channels rolling, get all the brothers and sisters the opportunity to hear us. If you have any questions on that Clubhouse, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to. You gotta tell them how to do that. How to hop in the room or whatever it is. I don't know how to do that stuff, bro.
Yeah. So the water for those checking in, tuning in on the Clubhouse, be sure to like, and share the room.
Mhm.
Also, if you have a question, if it's just like a general question, you can just type it in the chat. But if you feel like you want to say something, you want to speak or you want to elaborate on a question, then just raise your hand. I'll bring you up on the stage. Now, right now, I am the only moderator. In the future, we'll probably have more moderators to help kind of control the stage. So bear with me if I don't see it. If you want to be brought up on the stage and I haven't brought you up, then just type in the chat, bring me up. So when I look on the stage, I'll see it. But just to lay down the rules, you understand. We are on multiple platforms, so if you haven't been asked to speak, then do not speak because if you come off mute, drop you back down into the crowd, and I'll give you maybe one more chance, but after that, you might lose your privileges to speak on the Clubhouse for the Chainbreakers podcast. So just keep that in mind.
That's right. Everything in order. But please don't be afraid. Get it off your chest. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You got something you want to say. You want to say, I don't understand why y'all believe such and such. Please, you know what I'm saying? We want to hear what you got to say. All right. But no sweat. Of course, I usually, give the brothers an opportunity. Now, again, we can do the same thing. I mean, we got a few stories for today. One main one we're going to talk about. But was there anything separate that anybody just wanted to just kind of bring out real quick before we get into today's stories? Cap, I'll start with you, of course.
Long. We can go into the stories.
Most High in Christ. What about you, Yarl?
No, I'm too well. We're good.
Okay. Most High in Christ. So I always like to start off with something. Our show, the Chainbreakers podcast, of course, we get into a lot of heavy topics. Some things are really, just, again, they're heavy. Whether it be some sad, tragic story, which we will get into today. But I always like to start off with something either a little humorous or just so ridiculous. It's like, I can't believe this is the world we're living in. And Captain Yagarwab often breaks down a scripture in Micah 2:10 where it says, this is not your rest. And we'll probably end up reading it during this segment. Because when I saw this, I said to myself, I cannot believe in 2023 that this is the world that we're living in. When we tell you to separate from these people, we absolutely mean it. So check this out. All right. This is a story I saw. I couldn't believe it. Bear with me just a moment. All right. This is a story from Atlanta Black Star. Okay. It says, oh God, I can't believe this. I'm not gonna put the story because these websites usually they just take up a lot of memory and they move slow. So instead, I'm just gonna put up a picture so you can see this strangeness. This is an article. It says really weird licking game between students and staff at Washington Middle causes an uproar. Who thought this was a good idea? Let me put up this picture. Boy, oh boy. This is where you're sending your kids, all right? There we go. See that? You can't even tell what's going on, can you? It's just weird. I'm going to explain it in just a moment, all right? Which is the image you're seeing on the screen. I'm going to explain it. A middle school. Y'all know what a middle school is, right? Like, what's a middle school? Basically, what? That's like, what? Like 6th grade?
That's
Fifth
right.
grade?
Yeah, like six. Man, a lot of times middle school started out with like at the after 6th grade. It started at the 7th because you used to have junior high schools.
Right.
Junior high schools from the 7th to the 9th.
Exactly.
And then so they started having middle schools,
Okay, so we're talking about kids that are anywhere from the age of what, like 12 to 14, 11 to 14, around there. Okay,
yeah.
It says a middle school in Kennewick, Washington, is under fire after hosting a marshmallow licking competition between teachers and students. An investigation into the activity concluded that the game was innocent and not ill-intended. Still, many in the public believe that the activity was inappropriate. with some suggesting it was sexual in nature. It says during a March 31st assembly at the Desert Hills Middle School, teachers proposed a fundraising game that involved both adults and students licking a plexiglass divider covered in marshmallow cream. This is where it gets crazy. One individual was positioned on one side of the clear plane while the other stood on the opposite side. Footage shot by students showed other students at one station and teachers at another simultaneously licking the white sticky substance off the plastic glass window. Ooh. This right here is a major pause. Let me say that first and foremost. This is a major pause. So this picture you're looking at, on one side of the table is a teacher or a staff member. On the other side, literally like face to face at the same time, licking the other side of the glass, like they can see each other, is a student. A 6th grade student licking the side of the plexiglass. Let's see if we can't get a video of this craziness here. But bear with me just a moment, because maybe if you don't see it, you won't believe it. Because I wouldn't. Yo, I didn't even watch the video. Look at this. Woo-wee. Y'all ready? Here we go. Oh, Salak, let me make sure I share the audio, Salak, here, because y'all need to hear how excited the crowd is. The crowd is into this. Salakia, here we go. Boom.
That's actually so gross. That's disgusting.
Y'all can see it and hear this?
Come, yeah. Good.
Even the kids, some of the kids are saying stop. They're realizing how weird this is. I've had enough.
Boy.
Yeah. So this is in what's the name of this place? In Washington. This is a middle school. These are adults. I'm gonna just act straight up. Cap, you see this weirdness. What's the first thing that comes to mind for you?
I mean, it's foolishness, and it's and it's sexual.
Con on one con.
It's foolishness and it's sexual. You know what I'm saying? And you're dealing with kids, and you talk about kids about you talking to the kids, the young kids like that. You're already teaching them about being sexually active, and you know, all the type of things about sex,
Okay.
sexual things, sexual acts. You know, you can get arrested if you touch. If you grab a girl's behind, you can get arrested for that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So all these type of things against that. Then you're gonna have them licking the glass. I mean, it's so silly, and it's so how much the oppressor is a hypocrite.
That's right.
That's just really just come on, man. Really. And then if the kids are screaming, saying that's gross,
right?
I mean, come on. Who's supposed to be the adults? The adults supposed to be like, well, that's a gross. The thought of it should have been, well, no, I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna do that thing. That should have been in their heads. But you know what I'm saying? But you look at that and come on, man. How come could you even think that would be okay? And letting kids see it. You know what I'm saying? Kids running around, they're running at the hormones going crazy.
Look at this.
At that age anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
this cat right here loves it. Look at this. It's like, I mean, this, how can they even, and they did an investigation and said it was innocent. How could this be innocent? Look at how
that's it.
Man is licking this glass opposite this little boy.
I know. I mean, come on.
Look at this.
I mean, that is like, you know, really, like I'm saying, I only have the mind of that homosexual activity.
Right.
I only have the mind of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of even doing that. You know, it's like, you know, it's terrible, but that's school. And that's in school.
This is where, you send your kids here.
Yeah, exactly. You send your kids here. You send your kids here, and this is activities. This will be some activities. I mean, come on, man.
Good night. And this is, if I could, sir, it's also really unsanitary. There's that too.
Yes.
Like, again, the question in the article was, who, like you said, Cap, who has the mind for this? What person's mind goes here? Like, oh, it would be real fun if on one side there's a grown adult teacher, and on the other side, it's literally as if they just tried to devise a way for them to be sexually involved with students, but make it look like it's just a fun activity.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like to me. Like, let's find some way.
It's Salaki. It's the beginning stages of pedophilia.
Look at Khan. That's all it is.
That's all it is. Yeah, it's
good night. And they on the other side, these are children.
Yeah. And then at one point, it's Salaki. At one point, the glass almost fell over. Come on, man.
And they ran to fix it. They ran to fix the glass that was falling over.
Yes, you know.
Khan. Yarl, I don't even know where to begin here. I saw one thing that I did like. I saw that I didn't see no black students. Did you see any, Yarl?
Nah, that was gonna be my point too. Like,
go ahead, please.
This is disgusting. I mean, COVID-19 and all of that stuff is still here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where the fear of COVID went, but apparently it's out the window if you got white cream on a glass for everyone to lick. This is disgusting. But this is Esau. This is what Martin Luther King got killed for you to do.
That's right.
School and lick whatever the hell that is, marshmallow jam off of them glass with the teachers, man. And this contrary to y'all brothers, this isn't really surprising to me because I went to a pretty much a predominantly white institution for college, and I can 100% see them doing this. I can 100% see them in the yard doing this activity with little tables saying, hey, come sign up for the marshmallow lick contest. This is just what white people do. Which is why I don't see why you would love them so much that you want to send your children to their schools, this, that, and the third. I don't get it. I hated being at the school I was at because the activities are always terrible. They have no flavor. They look to black people to try to figure out how to spice things up on campus all the damn time because you need black people to actually have fun. Without Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you cannot have fun anywhere. All you could do is be damn near gay. That's all. That's all. That's the type of fun that these people have. Is this? I mean, this is disgusting. And I pray that my son, you know, my children, whenever they get older, that they have some kind of, that they're too much of a nigga to do shit like Salaki.
That's right.
I hope they see things like that and say, that don't even look right, and go the opposite way, because top one, I don't know what the hell is on my screen right now. I still don't know what it is that they licking off of that thing.
It's I'm gonna tell you right now. My brother, it's Salaki, I gotta minimize this. It's definitely some marshmallow substance.
Is it fluff?
It might be. I don't know. It's some. I don't know. It's like they said. It's
bro, they nasty, bro. What the hell?
Yeah, this is crazy. It says voices. Salakia, this website is terrible. Of the preteens, they're not even teenagers yet. Like you said, like 11 and 12 can be heard saying, "Ew, what the heck?" And that's so gross. Some teachers were licking so aggressively that the glass panes almost fell. One teacher licks the window slowly and intentionally as another person mirrors his motion. One clip shows a male teacher cupping another individual's head, making the person lick at the same time as he did. One student asked, "Who thought this was a good idea?" Another says, "It looks so wrong." Yeah, I guess it doesn't really say what it is, bro. It's just marshmallow something, some kind of marshmallow thing.
Yeah, boy.
Marshmallow cream.
Marshmallow cream.
What the hell? One, it says that a parent, it made headlines. The video was posted by the account Megan Johnson with the caption, "Let me be ashamed of yourselves." And a person, a student, I believe, that said this. Hashtag Plexikiss. Disgusting behavior. Disgusting. Oh, Salah, you can't hear me, sir?
Yeah, you was kind of like going choppy. You was kind of breaking up a little bit.
Come on. Can you hear me now, sir?
I can hear you good.
Come on. Salaki. Yeah, it says it quickly made headlines and public outreach saturate internet. One parent, Sandy Salisbury, questioned how this room full of adults did nothing to stop this from happening. Salisbury said her child came home from school on the last day before spring break and said that they had a really weird assembly that day. Briefly shared, but it was not until she saw the video that she saw what transpired and said she was more than disappointed at the school. Yeah. It says Twitter user MK Texas on the other side of the country weighed in asking, "How is this okay? What the heck is wrong with these adults? And why at KD schools is the video not on your page if it's so dang innocent?" Yeah, if it's so innocent, why isn't it on your school website? So the school, I guess, put out a statement. The fundraiser was not an appropriate activity. The activity does not have district approval and will never be repeated in the future. Pierce Rober also said it was innocent and not ill-intended and did not promote the practice of grooming by the adults involved in its organization or participation. This, again, as my brothers have been saying, and y'all can chime in again at any point, is just an example of the difference between us. Esau, the oppressor. Let me tell you something. Like I said, I have read books in college, studying psychology and things like that. The oppressor doesn't see things how we see them. There are some things that black people it's just wrong. There's no, you don't need a whole mathematical equation. You don't need to do a whole, a psychoanalytic breakdown. There's some things that black people just innately understand that ain't right. That don't look right. Yeah. That is not correct. And this room, it's not just one or two oppressors. It is a room full of adult white people.
Yeah.
All of them. An entire assembly, entire gymnasium full of older people. These people are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And No one at any point said, "Nope, that's enough of this. That's the end.
Yeah.
We're not doing it." Like, okay, we made a dumb mistake and this ended it. No one said that because in their minds, well, no one actually had any contact. We didn't actually touch the kids, so therefore it's innocent. When that's not how it works. What they did was grooming. It was pedophilia. That is a room full of pedophiles, the men and the women.
That's it.
Bunch of pedophiles in here, and they didn't know. You can't do that and not. It doesn't click that way at some point what you're doing. At the beginning, we showed the part of the video where the damn teacher was holding the back of the boy's head.
Yeah.
He's licking the glass. The little boy's licking the glass on the other side, and he grabs the back of his head while he's doing it. Come on. And that's why we say to separate from this devil. Because you're going to be so disappointed and offended when your little black child comes home and says, yeah, we had a marshmallow cream licking contest, and I was paired up with Mr. O'Malley. Mr. O'Malley grabbed the back of my head and pressed my face against the glass while he licked vigorously.
Yeah. And how do you get a winner? Is there a winner or a loser in it? I mean, what is it? What are you getting out of it? It's so crazy.
You gotta lick the fastest.
Yeah, whoever.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It's twisted. It's very twisted. You know what I'm saying? It's twisted. You know what I'm saying? It's pedophilia. You know, I guarantee you, if those were black people, it would have been on. It would have been on the world news.
Con or what con?
It would have been on the world news. You know, Nora O'Donnell would have had somebody out there, and they would have been like going on, and a correspondent bringing this. Because people would be getting sued.
Con or what con? Damn right.
The school would be getting sued for that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But
that reminds me, Cap. That video. Who saw the video? I didn't even realize the video of the sister who got into a fight with the student. It was a black teacher and a black female student. They got into an actual fist fight in the classroom. Did anybody see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
That video went viral partly because that sister had her behind all out in that miniskirt.
Yeah.
But I didn't even realize that school is in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, which is what, about, maybe an hour from where I am. How far is Rocky Mount from you, Yarl?
About 30, 40 minutes.
30, 40 minutes. And guess what? That video went viral. That video is everywhere.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? With that sister, unfortunately, being exposed at the end of the video, and then the fact that having this whole conversation about, was it right for the girl? Who was wrong? Was the teacher wrong? Was the girl wrong? Whatever. But I didn't see this video with these white people licking the glass with the students until an hour before the show today. This is not, they say it's viral, but it ain't making the rounds the way that video of the sisters fighting is making the rounds. When, like Cap said, if there was black people, this would be national news. And if I could, Cap, people always asking that question about, the black schools are so terrible.
Yeah.
And the teachers, they're so, let me tell you something. I would rather send my child to a school where, you know what I'm saying, things like, fights with teachers happen than them licking the glass and, you know what I'm saying, basically getting molested in front of the assembly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'd rather that, but that's just me.
Yeah. And it's training the kids. It's training the kids being sexually active. They're talking about teen pregnancy. I mean, come on.
Good night. That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Moving on, get your kids out of them damn schools, man. If it ain't the school getting shot up, you feel me? Again, everybody talks about the violence at the black schools, but I ain't never heard of no black student going up into Frederick Douglass Elementary, going up into Malcolm X Academy and shooting up the damn school. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we're supposed to be the savages. We're supposed to be the violent ones. We're supposed to be the inappropriate people. You know what I mean? But no, man. your child gonna get molested, and they're gonna say, "Oh, this is a fun school activity."
Yeah.
Disgusting, disgusting. Moving right along. All right. If y'all want to look that up, man, that article is on Atlanta Black Star. You can see and read it for yourself. What was taking place at the elementary school in Washington. Okay. Here we have another story here. Who's familiar with Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
I know Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the bald white man. You know what I'm saying? That he got his fame. Did he start off? Was
Hold on, you froze a little bit.
If I'm not mistaken. Oh, can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, you good.
I think did Dr. Phil start off on someone else's show before he got his own show?
And Oprah,
Yeah.
I believe he was on Oprah, I think a guest or something. But Oprah trained him up, and of course got him his show. Oprah got him his start.
That's so interesting, Cap. I'm so glad you said that. You're absolutely right. Oprah did get him his start. Yep. Shout out to Officer Yanazar. Officer Yanazar said he started off as a guest on Oprah. So he got his big break came from a black woman.
Yeah.
His big break came from a black woman. Oprah Winfrey, we know she was born in the South. I think she ended up moving to Chicago when she was like almost a teenager or something like that. But this black woman gave him his big break. But look what he's talking big mess now. It says Dr. Phil got some nerve. Talk show host dragged for saying monetary reparations for black people would be an absolute disaster to Duke University professor. So he's talking to one of the professors right here in North Carolina at Duke University. It says, let me get this picture up here. Him talking to this brother. Hold up. He looks crazy. This is funny. Salaki, bear with me. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Put this on all your social media pages and everything like that. Help us push this truth, of course. Chainbreakers Podcast, episode number 32. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Quick roll call. Shout out to the sister Brittany Lawrence. Shalom, sister. How's Shamal? I thought about Shamal Shah. Shout out to Officer Yanazar. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Officer Iraq for coming through early on. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. It says, Dr. Phil has folks on social media dragging him to hell after he said providing cash reparations for slavery would be an absolute disaster during an episode of his talk show on April 18th. The talk show host made the statement after economist and Duke University professor William A. Darity Jr. said that $14 trillion should be distributed evenly to the 40 million black descendants of slavery in America, or $350,000 per person. The payments would be an attempt to eliminate the wealth disparity between black and white Americans, which he said is about 840,000. Darity co-authored the book From Here to Equality: Reparations for Black Americans in the 21st Century. Darity noted that the government could pay the funds in a way similar to how federal payments were distributed during the COVID-19 pandemic. This is a quote from Darity. It would be paid by the federal government in the same way in which the federal government has met the expenses that were paid out for the purposes of trying to deal with the Great Recession, and also most recently with the economic downturn associated with the Great Pandemic. He said. Civil rights activist Bob Woodson also appeared on Dr. Phil and disagreed with Darity. So I don't know who Bob Woodson is. I have to look him up. I don't know if that's a brother, but this is what he said. He said, when you go into slavery, it's much more complex than all white people were the oppressors and black people were the victims. Woodson said, if you dissect it, you will find there were about 3,700 free blacks who owned 12,000 slaves, black slaves.
Here, brother.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, civil rights activist Robert Wilson.
No, good.
Good night. So this is him. So he's going against reparations. He's a brother. Okay.
Yeah.
He don't want money. All right. The question is, do the descendants of those free blacks who owned slaves, do they pay? Blacks really, this is what this cat said. Blacks really benefited more the first 100 years after slavery than we have in the last 50 years. Well, that's true. We talked about Reconstruction. We talked about that in our lecture. But check it out. This is where Dr. Phil comes in. It says Darity responded that the federal government paid reparations to white families after slavery, but reneged on their promise of 40 acres and a mule to each black family. It's another quote. There is a substantial history of the United States government providing financial assets when it did not similar assets to black citizens, said Darity. The U.S. government gave 1.5 million white families in the United States 160-acre land grants in the Western Territories under the Homestead Act of 1860. Damn, the history. That was a transfer that has resulted in a situation in which 45 million living white Americans are continuing to be beneficiaries of those land patents. Damn, that's heavy. I might have to put this in my camp speaking. Dr. Phil, this is where Dr. Phil replied that giving any group of people $350,000 without guidance would be disastrous, and brought up the people who took advantage of the federal government's PPP loans as an example. This is him speaking. I can tell you from a psychological perspective that if you take $350,000 or $840,000 and you write a check to any group of people, black, white, poor, homeless, whatever, you give any group of people that much money and say, there you go, best of luck. You come back in 6 months, they're going to be broke. He said, whatever reparations are done, that would be an absolute disaster as opposed to guidance and help in creating generational wealth as opposed to income. So he said it would be an absolute disaster if you give it to anybody, right? Well, Cap, Salaki, hold up, bear with me.
I feel like we're having some audio issues, the other one.
Let me check. Who's having audio issues?
The sister online. If I could, is whoever in the chat, just type of okay, never mind, she's good.
Okay. Salaki. Yeah. Salaki, sis. I'm not sure. Were y'all able to hear me? Cap and Yarl, did y'all hear what I was saying?
I heard you. Yeah. Like every now and then it would be like a little mechanical sound, but you would go out. I mean, it would come back. You would come back. I mean,
okay.
You know.
Okay, I'm not sure. I think my internet is just kind of acting slow today. I might have to reboot it, but no sweat. That was the main gist. So Cap, what do you think of Dr. Phil's statement? Do you agree with him that it would be disastrous to give black people, reparations in that way? You think that's true?
And anything could be disastrous. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But give it to them.
That's right.
To them. What do you think? And you done brought us over here in chains and being slaves and stuff, and all the horrors that black people been through. Give it to them.
That's right.
Let it be a disaster. Right. It's due them. It's due us. It's due us to act like a fool. It's due us to just give me all that money and then go to and get all the big rims on your cars and do everything. Everything you want to. It's due to you. It's due to you. It's due to us. Man, go have wild parties. Do anything. You supposed to. I mean, they should do that. They should give us everything. They owe us more than that.
That's right. Damn right.
It's like, I mean, slavery was so. I mean, come on, it was so evil. I mean, you talking about slave ship sailed for 200 years? 200 years? I mean, are you kidding me?
That's right.
Slave ship sailed for 200 years. And you tell me, oh no, don't give them $300,000. Damn, you owe them, you owe us out there your life.
That's right.
I mean, come on.
Damn right.
You owe us everything, but I mean, come on. But you know what I'm saying? We are slaves. And that's when you talk about slave. No slave, you can't get that much money. Right. Slave, you can't get that. You are a slave. Just let me keep my foot on your neck, and I'll show you how to spend this money. You'll spend this money in my shops.
That's
You'll
right.
spend this money with my people. So all the money we give you, boy, you'll give it back to me.
Right.
You'll come there and I'll sit you down in front of me and on my couch, and I'll teach you how to spend your money while you paying me $100,000 a session. You know?
That's right.
Dr. Phil will go and do that, you know? Yeah, I'll teach you how to spend your money. You know what I'm saying? But first you got to pay me $50,000 a session.
Right.
You know, I mean, come on, man. The doors are all open for them. That's what they want to do. They want to keep the doors open for them.
That's
But
right.
you got to get some money to me. You got to come back to Master.
That's right.
Everything you get, you got to come back to Master and spend your money with me.
That's
Hey,
right.
that's how you keep the wealth for them up, you know? But yet, you know what I'm saying? It's like we are slaves, and that's the way they treat us. They treat us just like slaves. That's why you can't give a slave money.
That's
You
right.
can't get a slave money because they're going to go
That's
what?
right.
No, they just might be, they know for a fact, they just might go over top of our heads and be what they do more with the money. They make the money, make the money spread. They do like
That's
they
right.
do in Black Wall Street. You know, they build all these jobs and things for themselves, and they're going to separate from us.
That's
You
right.
know, then they won't spend no money with us no more. You know, then
That's
they're
right.
going to be solely, they're going to be soulful, they're going to be self-sufficient. That's what I'm trying to say. They're going to
Right.
be self-sufficient, and look, they won't have to bother with us.
That's right.
So that
That's
will
right.
be a disaster, and America will fall.
That's right.
America will fall like the Bible prophesies. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Phil watches I.S.U.P.K too.
That's right.
Don't think for a second. Like I said, the oppressor, the so-called white man, he wants to rule and conquer everything. So he has to examine everything and everybody and see what people are doing. You think they watch? You think they don't see us standing on the corner and speaking? They do it all the time. When I was in Washington, D.C., the same thing. It was to be one dude. He looked like he was a professional devil. You know, he would come there. He would watch us like every camp. And he would sit there and just be real in tune with what we're saying. Like, And then as he leave, as when he get ready to leave, he would make and walk off. So they know we telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? But they keep it in our people's face, like, oh, don't listen to them. They just some dumb niggas. They just making noise, and they just loud and this and that. Now, we talking about wealth to our people. We talking about how we can rise above and be better people, you know, and have brotherhood and love one another, like Christ said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We've been doing that, but they want to keep it like have Dr. Phil and people like this saying, oh, no, you can't do that. You can't give slaves money. How you going to give slaves money? They don't know how to spend it.
That's right.
No, we got to keep our foot on their neck, you know, but you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so glad and thankful to the Most High that, you know, we have the solution.
That's right.
We have the solution and you know what I'm saying? We have the solution, and for us, we're going to have to start doing right as a people unto the Most High. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to be those people. And this is what the I.S.U.P.K on the Command and Junior YAHANNA is showing. And this is what we teach. This is what we teach. You know what I'm saying? Teaching our people how to live, how to rise above. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Teaching our people to be self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? Until our king comes.
That's right.
You know, because our king is on the way. You know what I'm saying? But see, we got to be like I said, when we start talking like that, you lose some blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
Because of religion, because of Christianity, because of the church is such a farce and a phony. When you start talking about the Bible and trusting the Bible, and they're like, oh, I don't know. Because everybody been through that madhouse of Christianity. Everybody knows about Christianity. Everybody knows about Islam. Everybody knows about religion can't help you. They know it. But the I.S.U.P.K on the Command Junior YAHANNA is not a religion.
That's right.
It's not a religion. It's a way of life. It's laws, statutes, and commandments of God that we keep them. We keep them. Hey, we'll be out of here. We don't keep them. We're going to spend more time in here and being under slave masters like Dr. Phil.
That's right.
Go ahead, I yield, brother.
And right. Well said, Cap. Well said. Yarl, you the one that pointed out that was a damn brother sitting up here telling half truths about slavery, which I absolutely cannot stand when they come with this nonsense. And I want you to please, you know what I'm saying, defend on it. But if I could just say this real quick, okay, those numbers when we talk about blacks owning slaves or whatever, again, they simply do not. I might have to do a lecture on it. They do not account for the cultural how do I say the cultural climate of the time. There were no laws that said that a black person could not own a slave. Why? Because owning a slave would be like, at the time, would be like today having what? Having a maid or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It would be treated no different as that, how that is treated today. There are laws on race that affected black people, whether they owned slaves or were slaves, that did not affect white people. A black man could own slaves all he wanted, but let him stumble into the wrong part of Macon, Georgia. Let him stumble past the Mason-Dixon line. Let him walk in. Let him just have a bad day. He go in a bar and some drunk white man, you know what I'm saying, want to mess with him. Guess what? He could end up in slavery the next day. He could go from owning slaves to being a slave in a week. That could not happen to a white man, because a black man, literally, he was still 3/5 of a man. He had no recourse in the legal system. Okay, I bet if you would, I bet you probably had brothers who owned slaves, and you probably had white men who just stole their slaves from them, and there was nothing they could do about it. Those kind of things took place. So when they say stuff like that, like, no, that's not the full story. Slavery was a very black and white thing, and to deny that is just it's insensitive and it's wrong. So, Lucky,
no, I wasn't saying that. Go ahead.
Okay, Yarl, what you think? You want that 350K? Yarl, you hear me, bro?
Yeah. No, I need 300. I need 350 million. They need to bump that number up a little bit.
Yeah, come.
I got a lot of spending to do.
That's right.
Always wanted. You understand? Nonetheless, them two people you have on the screen, they look like they made out of Play-Doh type of one. They don't even look real. What the hell?
That's Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, man. Damn. Look, I did want to point out one thing about that brother though, the Uncle Tom. What his name? What I said his name was Bob Woodson. So of course he's in the news now because of his comments against the brother who said that black people should get reparations. But in his Uncle Tomness, he did say something that was absolutely true, even though his take on it wasn't it wasn't what it should be, but what he said was true. And this is what all of those Christian blackity blacks who think that, black people are somehow going to overcome and somehow black people is going to rise, but at the same time we got to love everybody and accept everything. What this brother said, what Uncle Tom said is for you. And this was his quote. It says, civil rights activist slams concept of reparations, and his what he was against is blacks can only benefit if whites lose. Now, what we don't understand is that that's true.
That's right.
That's right.
Blacks can only benefit if whites lose. What he said was absolutely correct. And so I think that's heavy, that we got to start to see what it is that we're dealing with. You understand? And now he doesn't want white people to lose, which means what? By his own equation, if he doesn't want white people to lose, that means that he does not want black people to win. You understand? So, I mean, I don't know how more simple you could put it, but if you want black people to win, then white people have to lose. So yeah, they need to give, what they say, 15 trillion?
14 trillion.
14, let's make it 150. Let's make it $150 trillion. And then if that doesn't get me to 350 million, then let's just keep rising the number.
That's right.
Until one of us could get $350 million and all of white America could just be broke.
That's
and
right.
then when America is broke, they will be able to go to my goddamn McDonald's and they'll get a job. They'll be able to go work in my Foot Locker and they'll work in my factories and they can lace up their wallabies and go get a job. That's what they can do. They can comb the lice out their hair in the morning. They can use Gillette Fusion. They can use Captain Zariac body butter and oil that they paid $200 for, and then they can put on the best Israelite garment they can find, and they can come try to find a job in my restaurant.
That's
and then
right.
Life, and then you understand, maybe some of them will sell drugs. The smart ones. Some of the smart ones who think to sell drugs or criminals of some sort and just be career criminals because, of course, being poor is something no person wants to do, regardless of their race. And if you have a people who doesn't have any kind of compassion on you, then you live in a circumstance that Black people have had to live in for 400 years. So, of course, they don't understand reparations. They don't understand having to pay a people for the that they live in, because they think the condition that we live in is magical, I guess, we just woke up in America as drug dealers, drug addicts, crime, criminals, liars, and thieves. You understand? That's just what they think. So as far as this whole situation, I say, give the money or don't, whatever it is. Choose whatever you choose. However, Christ is coming back to put all oppressor in slavery, and they are going to happen for us one day. So
that's right. Damn right. Well said, brother. Well said. Hey, I got to take some of that. I got to take some of what Officer Yarl said and incorporate that into my camp speaking as well. that was on point, man. That quote is heavy. It's heavy for you to find that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that's literally what we teach in the I.S.U.P.K. is that what? In order for Black people to rise, for Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians to prosper, the oppressor has to what? He has to be destroyed. His financial system has to be destroyed. His way of life has to be destroyed. All of that has to go down. It's just it's science. You know what I'm saying? It's science. It's like it's almost like a what you call it, like a virus. You know what I'm saying? The oppressor is a virus to us. You understand? We both cannot coexist. This is not a symbiotic relationship. We don't coexist and feed off of each other equally. No. The virus is thriving while we're dying. So the only way for us to live, the virus has got to be destroyed. Period. That's right. You understand? So I'm not advising or telling anybody to go harm white people. That is not what this is about. When we talk about being destroyed, we mean his world. His world needs to be destroyed. His white existence is not the thing. His white skin is not what's destroying Black people. You understand? Which is why we say in the I.S.U.P.K, we don't hate white people because of the color of this. We don't hate white people. Who gives a damn about being white, red? Color. The color is not the thing. You are an oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Your world, is sucking the life out of my people, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, and the only way for us to thrive and survive again is for this world to crumble. Period.
That's it. And
please, Cap.
If I could, you know what I'm saying? And this is what the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA is about. We are about lifting up our people and showing them how to be obedient unto the Most High. You know what I'm saying? This is why we have these classes, these shows and everything. This is why we teach on the street. Because the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians across the planet has been destroyed. And so says the Bible. And this is what we bring out in the Bible. That's why we are Bible-based. Because while we live by the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. And what we doing, we prophesy. We prophesy everything out of the Bible. And the things that we bring out of the Bible, it's going to happen.
That's right.
So when we talk about Christ coming back, yes, it's going to happen. I know Christianity has destroyed your Christian minds, and you don't take it seriously. Like I always like to put out, when we say Christ is coming back, to deliver us, you think of that as the same thing as Santa Claus is coming to town. You can't really believe it. You can't really believe it because you know the Santa Claus don't ride across the sky and ride with reindeers.
That's right.
So Christianity has taught you that, hey, just love everybody, and Christ's going to take you to heaven one day and live next to God. And that's not going to happen. And you know in your mind it's not going to happen. But the kingdom of heaven is going to be here on earth. So says the Bible. And that's what we bring out and tell you that, hey, it's your time for us to come together as a people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what the Bible is telling. This is what the Bible's about. The gist of the Bible is YAHANNA Christ dying for a nation of people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, us following Christ, being like him, like you Christians always say, oh, Christ-like, I'm being Christ-like. You be Christ-like, you follow them and keep the laws, statutes, and commandments like Christ did.
That's right.
You know?
Damn right.
You keep all the high holy days like Christ did. You know what I'm saying? And Christ followed the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go over top of the Most High. And like you Christians like to say, Christ and the Holy Spirit and they're one. You know, that's stupid. That's stupidity. So what we break the chains off your mind. Those chains are tight on our minds. We just can't really figure things out. We don't understand. You know what I'm saying? This is why we stand here with these headbands on and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This is our heritage. This is our history. This we did all back in the past. We put our headbands on, the War Scouts on, because we went out to war. You know what I'm saying? We didn't walk around all the time, you know, like Christians in the Christian church. But we just put out to let you know that when we talk about Christ coming, this is what we're preparing for.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not just sitting here talking smack. You know, we preparing it and we taking those chains off your mind because you trust the oppressor so much. You trust them so much. You trust them so much. You give your soul to all this business. You give your soul to all this entertainment. You give your soul to it. And you think one day there's going to be a big happy rainbow going to come down and everybody going to be live together in harmony. And it's going to, no, it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Christ is going to come back and wreak havoc on this planet.
That's right.
And we just trying to get you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to break those chains off your brain. You know what I'm saying? And we understand it. Christianity is the strongest drug that you can ever be on. You know what I'm saying? And your only solution of coming off that drug is to ask you became a commander during your heart.
That's right.
And I yield.
Please.
So if I could, that's a heavy point. I had just taught a class too on just kings and rulers and how the world believe, you know, we was breaking down that a ruler has to have rules and laws because the law is what helps guide a ruler. Without it, a king doesn't exist. But it's like in a Christian world, it's like every king, even America, has its laws that help it run its nation, except Christ. Christ they say Christ is my Lord. He's my king, my ruler. He just don't have no law. He don't have no rules though.
Yeah, you know, God.
He don't got no laws. He rules with love.
That's right.
I never understood that. Like, what's the law? Well, give me the law of love then. You understand? Like, people who are so depressed and they love their children so much that they decided just to kill them out of love.
Right.
You know, come on.
Mr. Lockie, if I could, y'all, that's such a heavy point. And you know, that class you taught, of course, was excellent. But that when you say that right there, because guess what? You know what a pedophile will say? A pedophile will say, you know what I'm saying, it's just love. You know what I'm saying? They'll say that it's being affectionate and being intimate, it's love. We're getting close. That's what they'll say. You know, because isn't that what sex is called? You call making love. So why a pedophile will think, well, why should only adults do it? If we love each other, then everybody should just be having sex with each other all over the time, whether you're old or a baby or young, it don't matter. But again, according to them, that's Christ's only rules. You gotta love. So, like you say, y'all, what they gonna say when the pedophile says, well, I love little Susie. I'm just expressing my love. Now what?
A minor attracted person.
They're just a map.
Just
a map. A minor attracted person. That's all.
You know, it's crazy. They the little map in the back of the backpack.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Back. Yeah. Right. You're right. Damn, that's a heavy point, brother Salaki. When you think about it, that's literally what they say, and they look at us like we're crazy, Cap. We're the crazy ones, but we're the ones trying to protect. We just did a story. There was no black people in that damn video.
Yeah,
it was little white oppressors.
Yeah,
it's like we trying to protect them more than y'all.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like y'all gonna just be out here and be weird all the time, and Jesus is love and God is love and all of this, and little white babies getting molested and you know what I'm saying, and raped and all of this, man. Nah, this is not how the world is supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's a shame. Good night. Good. Most High in Christ. Moving right along. Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody tuning in. Shout out to the sister. Shout out to Brittany. Shout out to the sister Brittany. Shout out to Overseer Yanazar. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the sister Olivia. The rib of young man James out in San Bernardino. Shalom, sister. How was Shamal? I thought about you. It's like I'm pronouncing it wrong. Nayum. Shalom, how Shamal? I thought about Shemal. Shout out to the sister Kazakwana. You know what I'm saying? Caps rib. Shalom, sis. How Shamal? I thought about Shemal Shah. Always tuning in with us. Appreciate that, sis. Moving right along.
Lager.
Okay. Oh, Yarl.
Lager, brother. I think that might be my cue. So Lager, I ain't gonna be able to finish out the show today with y'all. But I definitely, you know, if I could just head out before I salute y'all. I just want to say the water, the Cabinet Guard, the water officer Tabawan, I was Kowal, you know.
Correct.
Hey,
the water, bro.
It's good rocking out with y'all one more time. What is it? The 27th, 28th?
No, that's the 32nd episode.
32nd. Good night.
Yep. we up in there, bro.
It was just yesterday you had called me about the damn show, Tabawan.
Hey, consistency. That's all, bro. We've been at it, man. We've been doing this shit. Salakia. No sweat, bro.
I just want to say the water for everybody tuning in. The clubhouse, y'all will be able to, you know, still listen in for a while until I gotta shut it down. But I'm gonna leave it open as long as I possibly can. Other than for those on Clubhouse, you could find the Chainbreakers podcast on YouTube. Just go to the YouTube link, Facebook link, and go up there and rock out with the brothers to finish out the show. And with that, I just want to, you know, salute you brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Yahweh Shem Shabbat. All right, my brother. Okay, I'm gonna see you in a bit.
Okay.
Most High in Christ, man. The water again for that. Obviously, y'all. We're still rocking out on the Chainbreakers podcast. Yeah, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Let me put this on the screen. Shalakia. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the Chainbreakers podcast. Also, we got an Instagram. Make sure y'all are following us on Instagram at Chainbreakers_TV. Right? Chainbreakers_TV on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go ahead and check that out. There we go. You see us. Chainbreakers_TV. Right? Come on. Get with us, man. Follow us on the Chainbreakers podcast Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ, man. We're gonna move right along. Okay, Salaki, bear with me just one moment. We're gonna get to this next story here before we have two more for today. So we did a story last week. On a brother who was found in a jail cell in Fulton County in Georgia. The brother again was apparently eaten. I don't know if that was the cause of death, but he was eaten alive. He was alive when the bug started eating him. His name was LaShawn Thompson, a 35-year-old brother who was arrested for a misdemeanor battery charge. And this was the unfortunate fate that he met in this filthy, disgusting jail cell. We showed pictures of it last week. It was very graphic, showing pictures of his body, and the cell that he was in. The Officer Kowal, you know, it was said was uninhabitable. They even said in the article that even an animal didn't belong in that room. All right. But we got a little thing here, man, because you know we like to give credit to where it's due, because sometimes brothers who are not even in the truth, you know what I'm saying, do things that are respectable and and they should get some kudos for that. So this story right here, man, let me just put this. I'm gonna put this up on the screen. Salakia. Yeah, advertisements. Nobody wants no damn Domino's pizza. Salakia. Here we go. Most High in Christ. It says Colin Kaepernick to reportedly pay for autopsy of man who was eaten alive by insects and bed bugs in Fulton County Jail. All right, there he is. Our brother Colin Kaepernick, you know what I'm saying? We always give, you know what I'm saying, give him some love, you know what I'm saying? Because the brother did something that many people just wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Most celebrities, 99.9% of celebrities simply would not do what he did in terms of taking a stance, ironically, no pun intended, for his people.
That's right.
And is yet, trying to just do something, again, right by his people. It says Colin Kaepernick will reportedly pay for the autopsy of 35-year-old LaShawn Thompson. As the Shade Room previously reported, Thompson died in a Fulton County jail cell in Atlanta, Georgia in September of 2022. Additionally, it has been suspected by Thompson's family and lawyer that he was eaten alive by insects and bed bugs. Colin Kaepernick is assisting Thompson's family with finding answers regarding his death. According to TMZ, Kaepernick's decision came after a medical examiner's initial autopsy of Thompson's body failed to provide answers and came back as undetermined. Kaepernick reportedly became aware of the update and wanted to help the Thompson family. He then contacted attorney Ben Crump and offered to fund a second independent autopsy. Salakia, I'm trying to get some of this stuff out the way here. I don't know what the heck this is. Kaepernick is concerned about the conditions that may have contributed to Thompson's death. In addition to wanting to help Thompson's family find answers regarding his death, Kaepernick is also concerned about the conditions of the Fulton County Jail. As the Shade Room previously reported, Thompson's jail cell was found to be filthy. The family's attorney, Michael Harper, expressed, Mr. Thompson was arrested for misdemeanor simple battery on June 12th, 2022 in Atlanta, Georgia. After his arrest, Mr. Thompson was placed in the Fulton County Jail. After determining that Mr. Thompson had mental health issues, he was placed in the psychiatric wing of the jail. 3 months later, Mr. Thompson was found dead in a filthy jail cell after being eaten alive by insects and bed bugs. Okay. Additionally, Harper shared that Thompson's family approved photographs of his cell to be released to the public. Furthermore, explained that the jail cell conditions were not fit for a diseased animal. And the Fulton County Jail must be closed and replaced. They got pictures here. I'm gonna get these pictures up here again.
Oh, good Lord.
Just so y'all can see Salakia. The condition. This is the condition of the room. It's gonna be a little fuzzy, but y'all should see it. Bear with me just one moment. This is the jail cell that he died in. 3 months after again being arrested for a misdemeanor simple battery. This is the room he was in. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You understand? Let me show you another picture. Let me show you another picture of the room that this brother died in. Right here. Imagine this. Could you just imagine for a second?
Look at that. Oh, wow. That's terrible.
Imagine that you get arrested for a misdemeanor simple battery. You understand? Let me see. What exactly? That could be, you can get into like a bar fight.
I know, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And some guy mess with you and you happen to win.
Yeah.
Oh, what is simple battery? The battery charge definition says that simple battery occurs when a person unlawfully touches another person with force or violence. That touching that occurs and is considered simple battery does not have to actually cause any harm or injury. That's even worse.
Exactly.
Forget a bar fight. Forget a bar fight. If you touch somebody in an unwanted, aggressive, violent manner of force, you can basically you can mush somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can just walk past and just mush somebody. Get out of my face.
Hey, you know, stop it right quick. We used to call my cousin Misdemeanor Mike because he used to like always get misdemeanor charges like that. You know, they throw him in jail for a night and then come out. Say, man, where are you? I mean, I was locked up, man. He's locked up for fighting at the go-go.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Nothing serious, you know. There's and that would be like you go in there for a little fight and then you end up dead because you in this whole hellhole like that. That's how crazy it is.
That's crazy, Adawan. That's heavy.
Good.
You go in there, like you said, misdemeanor Mike or any brother that gets into a little scuffle.
Yeah.
We're not talking about manslaughter. We're not talking about you fighting someone and they fall and hit their head and they die or they get seriously injured. It literally says, I'm reading the definition of simple battery from Thomas Daily Law. It says that it does not have to actually cause any harm or injury. You know what I'm saying? Additionally, it is important to know that the touching of another person must be willful. In other words, if you accidentally trip and as you're falling, you bump into another person, that is not considered battery. So if it's accidental, that's one thing. But what if you on purpose touch somebody, right? Again, they said the brother has mental issues. He has mental issues, meaning he could purposely bump into somebody, not harm them. They're not injured, but he could just walk past and he's just, having a little episode and he walked past, who you looking at, and he bump you. That is a definition of simple battery. And you can go to jail for that. Yeah. You get a misdemeanor charge. This brother got one too many misdemeanor charges, but this is the cell that they put him in. Now, mind you, Adawan, this is after they determined that he had psychiatric problems.
Good Lord.
So you go into jail, then they find out, he's mentally sick. He has mental issues.
Yeah.
And this is what they put him in.
Good Lord.
Good night.
Man.
This is inhumane.
That's inhumane. That's right.
Inhumane to put anybody. Again, we're not talking about some child molester. We're not talking about some rapist. We're not talking about somebody that murdered somebody or anything like that. This is a brother who got a misdemeanor battery charge, and they put him in this and said, "This is where you're going to be sleeping. This is where you're going to stay." Could you just imagine yourself? It's a lot. I know I'm talking a lot, Cap, but it's just so heavy to me because as I said before, Officer Thabawan, I'm a priest and prophet of the Lord, being taught by the middle Lord above me, like Captain Yarl. And guess what? I hate bugs. I hate them. I don't like them. I never did. Me and bugs just don't get along. I don't care what kind of bug it is. I don't like them.
That's right.
But imagine you being locked in it. It's a jail. Yeah, you can't. If right now a giant bug is on my wall, guess what? I can leave the room. I can go get some Raid. I can go get a shoe. I can go do something and deal with it. But imagine you being locked in a room with no windows, and there is a bug infestation. There is mold everywhere that can, if you didn't get killed by the bugs, you might have breathed in asbestos or something.
Yeah.
And this is the condition. And this is the Fulton County Jail. Who's in the Fulton County Jail? Our people. Yeah, Cap.
And look, the thing is, if Thor Falls do something with bed bugs, You can't see bed bugs. Bed bugs, they don't just hang out. They just don't hang out like ants and roaches. They be all in the mattress, all in creases of whatever you get, whatever furniture. They in the creases of it, and then once you lay on it, then they attack you. So you feel something like, oh, that thing's crawling on, but you probably never even think of nothing of it. But with this brother being like having mental problems, he just laid there and just let him eat them. That's horrible, man. Somebody got to be held accountable for that.
Good night.
I mean, good Lord.
Now check this out. Now again, in the ISUPK, we have been trained. I've been trained by the men above me, Captain Yarl, Captain I.S.U.P.K, you know what I'm saying, Captain Zarya, all the captains and the generals above me to do research. That's what we do. That's what we all do. We don't just speak it. We do research. I want you to look at something I'm going to show you real quick, because I immediately when I saw this, I said, I see what's going on here. So you see the image here with this horrible conditions of this room. Again, this is in the Fulton County jail. Now, I'm going to show you a chart that shows you the incarceration trends in Fulton County, Georgia. In other words, it's going to show you by racial disparities in incarceration. This is specific to Fulton County. It says black people are treated more harshly than white people at every stage of the criminal legal process. As a result, people of color and black people in particular are incarcerated at strikingly higher rates than white people in jails and prisons across the country. The bar graphs below show the proportion of people in jail who are from each racial group against the group share of the general resident population. Look at that. You see this orange bar right here? That's black people. Black or African Americans represent 87% of the jail population in Fulton County, but they're only 43% of the county. Look at white people. They're 8% in the jails, but there's 40% of them in the county. Even my Latino brothers and sisters, they're 4%. That seems low, right? But they're only 7% of the county.
Hey.
So you take blacks and Latinos together, make up 91% of the prison population. That's who's going to this jail in Fulton County. The jail has 90% blacks and Hispanics.
Good Lord. So the reason why, that's why they don't fix the cells up. That's why the cells look like that. That's why they look like that. You know? Boy, man.
That's why they look like that, Cap.
Yeah, because it's going to accommodate us. Just accommodating a few slaves. I mean, what they gonna worry about? What they gonna worry about it for? You know?
Just a few slaves. That's all. Just a few slaves. Just a few niggas and spicks and wetbacks. Who gives a damn?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, I wonder, is it that toilet? I wonder if it's running water. Is running water in that toilet? I mean, good Lord. Boy.
I could only imagine. So who knows?
That's bull.
You know what I'm saying? Just tragic. Well, shout out to Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to do something about. Let me read a little bit more. It says, as the Shade Room previously reported, Harper also explained that the staff at Fulton County Jail was aware of Thompson's deteriorating condition. However, they did nothing to administer aid or to help him. Jail records obtained via Georgia Open Records request established that the detention officers and medical staff at the jail noticed that Mr. Thompson was deteriorating, but did nothing to administer aid to him or to help him. They literally watched his health decline until he died. It says that Harper explained that when Thompson's body was found, one of the officers refused to administer CPR. Well, by that time, it's too damn late. Who the hell is going to put their mouth on the dead body?
Yeah, exactly. And he had bugs and stuff in his mouth.
Right.
You know, they couldn't even give him mouth to mouth. I mean, come on.
Right. The condition was too bad. So now they're asking for a criminal investigation into the death of Mr. Thompson, and they're asking for the jail to be shut down. So Colin Kaepernick, again, shout out to him. It's reported that he's going to pay for the autopsy, and he's going to push, excuse me, for the Fulton County Jail to be closed, and that's exactly what should happen. That jail needs to be closed, man.
I pray that brother Colin Kaepernick. I pray he comes into the truth, man. Get a flyer or something, get run into some. You know what I'm saying? I pray that happens because the brother got a good spirit about him, man. He got a good for him to like. That's when that's the story with YAHANNA and the rich man. You know, the rich man when he told the rich man to sell everything he got and give it to the poor and follow me, you know, the rich man couldn't do that. You know, he was like, damn, you know, Colin Kaepernick lost everything. He stood up for black people and lost everything. He lost his whole career. You know, then he never played another down of football. You know, never got on the team and everything.
That's right.
And now he's still standing up. You know, doing that. You know what I'm saying? So. And, you know, shout out to that brother, and I pray he gets the truth. You know.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick. If anybody got a contact with Colin Kaepernick, man, let him know, man. Let him know about the ISUPK, ISUPK.com. Let him know about our classes and everything like that. And Colin, don't be afraid because you got a white mom. There's brothers in the truth.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That got heathen mothers.
Yeah.
All right. You'll be just fine. Ain't nobody gonna make you hate your mom. Ain't nobody gonna make none of that. You don't gotta. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Don't let that deter you from getting in the truth. We got brothers that got, again, like I said, I got heathen mothers, and they do this work tremendously.
Exactly.
Right? So Most High in Christ, moving right along. We got about 15 minutes left, and so we're going to get into this last story. Again, Tawada to everybody for tuning in, man. Tawada to all y'all. We appreciate the comments, we appreciate the love, man. We're gonna keep growing the channel for y'all as best we could. Shout out to Akaza Marshall. How about you, all right. So the last thing we're going to talk about for today is this story with the brother who was shot, the young man who was shot while trying to pick up his siblings, and he went to the wrong house. Shot. All right. The man has been formally, he's been, I don't know if he's been charged. I think he has been charged. But Andrew Lester is his name, right? Who shot Ralph Yarl. It says relatives of man who shot Ralph Yarl says he's been problematic. Andrew Lester pleaded not guilty to shooting and injuring 16-year-old Ralph Yarl after he approached the wrong house looking for his. So let's look at this piece of work right here.
Boy.
Here we go. He pleaded not guilty. Look at this. Look at this beaut.
Lord.
Look at this beaut right here.
Good Lord. Man. Yes, he wants to kill a nigga.
Yeah. Now watch. Now he gonna play the old man. Oh, I'm so old. I don't know what's going on. That's what he's gonna play. Yeah. Right. It says the tea is getting hot. Relatives of Andrew Lester, the elderly man who shot and injured a 16-year-old black boy who rang his doorbell by accident, are suggesting he had a history of problematic behavior, according to the Independent. Their comments come as locals demanded Lester face hate crime enhancements to his charges. I gotta stop it right there. Good out of one. Do you see what we gotta go through? Like when you kill a nigga, it's not a hate crime.
Yeah.
You gotta convince a jury that it's a hate crime. But as soon as a gay man, you know what I'm saying, trips and falls, you know, it's a hate crime.
It's a hate crime.
If a so-called Jewish man, you know, you accidentally bump a Jewish man, it's a hate crime. But with us, you can he shot this brother. Shot him, he fell to the ground, then he stood over him and shot him in the head.
Good Lord.
He tried to kill him.
Man.
And they're still trying to bump it up to a hate crime?
Boy.
Now hear this. 2 of Lester's grandsons spoke out about their grandfather's actions. Daniel Ludwig defended the notion that Lester was in fear of his life when the young Ralph Yarl approached his door looking for his siblings per the Daily Beast. He said he wished the incident never happened. On the other hand, Clint Ludwig told CNN his grandfather held racist beliefs, which he attributed to a 24-hour news cycle of fear and paranoia. According to Clint, Lester was a Fox News watching, QAnon conspiring conservative.
Man.
Interesting.
I mean, there it is.
There it
is. You know about Fox News.
Right.
You know, man, good Lord.
This is grandson right here. Hold up. Now, this is the funniest thing I've seen in a while. This cat that tried Ralph Yarl, this is his grandson. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Good night.
Oh yeah.
He got he got the straight backs. He got some cornrows to match, you know, his sentiments about his racist grandfather.
Yeah.
Good night. I'm sure they got along just fine before this happened. I'm sure they were best buddies out of one. Yeah. No, so I'm gonna read a little bit more if I could about
man.
Khan of the one Khan. Yeah, it's a lot. His picture. So y'all know who we talking about. We're talking about the cornrow grandson.
Yeah.
Last name Clint Ludwig. There you go, Clint Ludwig. So he said his grandfather was a Fox News watching, QAnon conspiring.
Okay, hey, Salakia, I didn't know you said he said this.
Yeah, this the grandson said this.
Okay, all right.
His own grandson. Right. It says that's not all who's talking either. Mary Clayton, Lester's ex-wife, who was married to him for 14 years, told the New York Times, seeing her husband's face in the news. This is a quote from his ex-wife, Mary Clayton. It has been so long since she saw us. A quote from the news. It has been so long since she saw her ex-husband that when she initially saw his face on the news, she didn't recognize him. Then one of her daughters called on Tuesday in shock over the shooting. She remembers the 14-year marriage as troubled. Mr. Lester was prone to fits of rage, smashing objects in their home when he was angry. Back then, when she summoned the police, they told her that it was his house and that he could do as he liked. This is what she said. I was always scared of him, Miss Clayton said. It doesn't surprise me what happened.
Boy.
A little bit more. Ralph Yarl approached Lester's home April 13th after mistaking it for the residence where he was to pick up his siblings, according to CNN. Lester shot at him through the front door.
Damn.
Hitting him once in the head and once in the arm, saying, "Don't come around here."
Boy.
Yarl was released from the hospital and has been recovering.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. You got to give him a flyer.
Right. Damn right.
Man, good Lord.
The Lord was with him because that devil shot him through the door, and like I said, stood over him and shot him in the head. And not only did he survive, he got up and walked to somebody's house to get help.
Goodness gracious, man, no.
That's some Terminator shit, like Salaki.
Yeah, you know
what I'm saying? Like he got hit up and kept going. Salaki. I'm gonna read a little bit more, Cap, and then I want to get to you. His family retained civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, who applied pressure on the police department to criminally charge Lester per CNN. He pleaded not guilty to first-degree assault, an armed criminal action, and was released on bond, the report says. So he's back out on the street.
To do it to somebody else.
Right.
I said to do it to somebody else.
Come on. How do you not get an attempt murder charge? How?
Yeah. I mean, come on. Come on. He stood over him and shot him in the head. He stood over him and shot him in the head. And then you mean tell me that's not attempted murder? I mean, he already shot him through the door, so he's already down. Now you say, hey, whatever, you stand over him, see that he got in here, he don't have no gun or anything. Hey, you call the police or call the ambulance. But no, you shoot him again, and that's not attempted murder?
Right.
I mean, come on, man. Come on. What is attempted murder then?
Cap, are you shocked that his own grandsons and his ex-wife, like they saying that this is who he is, and they still have not given him a hate crime charge? I mean, like what does that say about the justice system? Yeah,
exactly. And then and the Southern Poverty Law Center said that we are a hate group.
Right.
When have we committed hate crimes? That's something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, if we're a hate group, when in the history of the I.S.U.P.K. since 1969, under Commander General YAHANNA, when have we committed a hate crime? None. But yet we are a hate group? You know? What the lady at the Southern Poverty Law Center said on a video that we did down here, she said, well, we talk about a boogeyman. Well, I guess that white man shot that black boy. I guess that's the boogeyman, huh? I mean, come on, man. Look at that. What in the world? Come on, look at that Fred Flintstone looking. Come on, man. Good gracious. Man.
Flintstone. And
shot the boy through the
15-year-old boy.
Good Lord. Man. Now look, Salaki Thaba, it was a Hamite, the one that got killed, right?
Who got killed, sir?
It was a Hamite that got killed, but he did the same thing, went up to somebody's door, I think asking for help or something, asking for the car broke down or something. It was a story last week. Okay. It was a story last week, and I think General Muhammad brought it out on the show, or Commander General YAHANNA brought it out on his show. I'm not sure. I remember, but they were saying it was a Hamite, but they was pointing out that, hey, we don't do things like that. You know? Yeah, but it's crazy that these white men they see black skin, they automatically kill. They on kill mode. They are in kill mode.
That's right.
Man, good Lord.
That's heavy you saying that, sir. Like, again, do you, imagine if it was, do you believe, or do you, from what you can tell, what if a white man had walked up to his door? I imagine somebody got to, drop off his, Meals on Wheels or whatever the hell it is that he has to get groceries or something. If it was an oppressor that came to his door, would he have shot him through the door?
I know, come on. Yeah, so, come on. So that tells me that he saw him coming, of course. Of course, he saw him coming up to the door, and he just shot him. That's attempted murder. And then stood over him and shot him in the head. That's attempted murder.
That's right.
It's attempted murder. Come on, that's crazy. That's crazy. And they still do attempted murder.
They haven't given him an attempt murder charge. They haven't hit him with a hate crime charge. Just assault. Just an assault charge.
Boy,
this is vicious. It is a scary thing to imagine.
Yeah,
your child could accidentally go to someone's door, and this goes back to what we've been saying since the beginning of the show about our people wanting to be so close and buddy with the oppressor. And you want to rub elbows with the oppressor, and you want your kids to go to school with the oppressor, and you want to love on the oppressor so much. This is going to be your neighbor. Your neighbor is going to be, Andrew Lester.
Yeah.
Shout out to the sister Olivia said, The fact that he had a bond is insane. Like, yeah, how do you give a bond to somebody that shoots a 15-year-old through the door?
Exactly. How do you get a bond? Exactly. I mean, that's, boy, man. I mean, it tells us that it's their kingdom. Kingdom. It's his kingdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
These are the chains we're trying to break off your minds, because some people might say we're foolish. We're foolish. Yeah, we're simple. We're angry. You know, we're angry black men. We're foolish. We're simple. You know what I'm saying? We're ignorant. You know, I heard it all, you know. But when it comes to things like that, I mean, are we really simple now?
That's
because
right.
these things are happening a lot.
That's
These
right.
things are happening a lot now, you know. So it's like, you know, come on, man.
Come on. That's heavy. How
Man.
simple are we when these things keep happening so much? And it's like, if I could, so before we start to end the show, what you just said about the Southern Poverty Law Center is just so heavy. We just had the 54th annual Passover. We had the shout out to the 54th annual Passover. Shout out to YAHANNA, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the generals. Shout out to all the captains that made it happen, the officers as well, troopers and sisters as well who made it happen. We just had the 54th annual Passover. And as you said, Cap, you know, we got a lot of pushback from the media. The news stations, the News and Observer, as well as WRAL, right, which is the local news stations. Both of them printed large articles. Essentially to get us shut down. They tried to suggest that, we should be, you know, why are they allowing us to do this, and so on and so forth. Meanwhile, again, what crime? Why do you have to ramp up security for the I.S.U.P.K? Why do you have to get more police presence for the I.S.U.P.K? What hate crime have we committed? We're the ones that's supposed to hate white people so damn much. But yet all of us, Cap, I mean, why you would think by now you got hundreds, you know, you got damn near 1,000 officers in the I.S.U.P.K. How come one of us ain't just shot a white man just to do it? Because we hate him so much. That hasn't happened. You know what I mean? A white man comes to my house to fix the sink. I just let him fix my sink. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't go on a racial, you know, I don't lose my mind and say, I gotta kill this white man. And we don't do that, but we the hate group.
That's what I'm saying. You know? I mean, we're that despicable hate group. And and you hear so many people say down through the years, y'all just the Black Ku Klux Klan. When have we lynched anybody?
That's right.
Have we done any lynchings? No. Have we even? I mean, come on, it's not even a story where we spit on a white person or did anything to a white. Never, no type of harm as a brother or sister in the I.S.U.P.K. done something to a white person.
Nothing.
You know, but they label us a hate group. I mean, come on. It's like, it's crazy. It's great, but we understand it's their kingdom. It's the sinful kingdom of the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You know, it's the sinful kingdom. This is why, you know what I'm saying, in a sinful kingdom, the people of God, the priests and prophets of the Most High God, hey, they're going to be held up as evil. You know, because we speak against the Most High in Christ, reigning judgment on the sinful kingdom. We pray for that. We pray for the Most High to send Christ and wreak havoc on everything and deliver us out of here. You know, we're not like the Christian church.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The oppressor, they created Christianity and all those religions and philosophies. You know, we are the ones who serve in the Most High, truly serving the Most High.
Damn right.
Truly keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, really, truly fearing the Most High. Doing what he says, you know, we are the ones that's doing it, and this right, and they can see their kingdom falling through that.
That's right.
After they can see their kingdom falling, and then the proof is in the pudding. You look at you got Ukraine, you got Russia, you got all these things happening. You got China, you got everybody's getting in. The things we've been prophesying for years. It's right in the Bible. The things we've been prophesying for years. I mean, even the years before I even came into the truth, I can remember listening to videos, tapes, CDs. Listen to CDs of Commander and YAHANNA talking about the times that's happening right now.
That's right.
Talking about these things happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a beautiful thing to see these prophecies being fulfilled. You know, keep on Southern Poverty Law Center, keep on calling us a hate group. You know what I'm saying? But you are the ones that hate us. You are the hate group.
That's
because
right.
you hate us. You hate us for what we're doing. We calling you the oppressor wrong for what they've done to our people and what they continually do to our people. Like this story about this little boy being shot.
That's right.
You know, just for walking on a porch. You know what I'm saying? We bring out those stories like that. And I pray Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, if you catching this show, I pray to change your ways. You go to ISUPK.com. Try to get in the class and just sit in the class. You know what I'm saying? You're not able to do, you might not be able to do what we're doing right now. You might not be able to go out on a corner. You know what I'm saying? But and speak like we do. But I'm gonna tell you, you gotta understand, you gotta obey the Most High, because like Revelation 6:4, the Most High has sent a spirit into the earth to take peace from the earth. So it won't be no peace. You can't go to church and pray for peace. There will not be peace. You're living in the times of revelation. You know, that's all I gotta say, brother. I yield.
Come on, damn right. Well said, Cap. Well said, man. That's what it is, man. Y'all gotta get. This episode should show y'all very clearly the difference between us and these oppressors, man. There's nothing good at the turn. There's no benefit to joining America, because if your child is not getting shot on the doorstep of Andrew Lester, then they're going to be in the school licking the glass on the opposite side of their teacher. You understand what I'm saying? Or they're going to have to go to Dr. Phil to get a consultation where he's going to say that you shouldn't get no reparations. You understand? Or they're going to end up in a jail cell in Fulton County, where they're going to be eaten alive by bed bugs. There's just nothing beneficial about joining America. So we implore all of our people, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, to flee from this place. Get out of the Christian church.
Yes.
Get out of the Muslim mosque. Do not join America. Do not worship their holidays. Do not worship their gods.
That's it. Hey,
yeah, Cap, please.
Can we let's end with that. Appreciate it. Micah 2
Let's do it. Come on, sir, for sure.
I think that's appropriate. What we were just hitting on, that's appropriate for us to end with that.
Okay, I got it, sir.
All right.
Okay, this is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart.
Arise ye and depart. The Most High is telling us, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because the Bible is to Israel. Now, and he said, arise ye and depart. Depart. Wherever you are, if you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you're across the planet, wherever you are, arise ye and depart.
That's right.
Like, take your spirit out of the place you are. And that's telling you to get on a plane. Take your spirit out of America. Take your spirit out of the UK. Take your spirit out of the places you are on the planet. Take your spirit out of that. You know? Read on, brother.
Come on. For this is not your rest.
This is not your rest. You know, I know a whole lot of brothers and sisters come over the seas, come from like Mexico or wherever, you know, trying because the oppressor have been in your land and destroyed your land so much that you're trying to get away.
That's right.
But hey, understand, this wicked, wretched place is not your rest. It's not your resting place. You know what I'm saying? Our resting place is Jerusalem. Not right now when Christ comes back.
That's right.
When he takes control, that's going to be our rest. You know what I'm saying? But for now, take your spirit out of these places. Read on, brother.
Come on. Because it is polluted.
Oh, it's polluted. It's polluted. With places like Fulton County Jail.
That's right.
Polluted. You get eaten by bed bugs. You know, it's polluted by oppressors with guns shooting little kids just because they walk on the porch. You know, it's polluted with all the sins and the wickedness of the oppressor. And all the other heathen nations that's in your land where you are. It's polluted.
Come on.
With unrighteousness. Read on, brother.
Come on. It shall destroy you.
It shall destroy you. America has destroyed blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And if you come over here and you think it's your resting place, it's going to destroy you even more. It will destroy you. Read on, brother.
Come on. Even with a sore destruction.
Even with a sore destruction. That means it's going to destroy you and you're going to love it anyway. It's going to destroy you. You're going to say, there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody can be saved. Everybody. God loves everybody. It's going to destroy you with a sword destruction. Even with a sword destruction. They're killing you. You're going to love them anyway because you're serving Christianity.
That's right.
The sword destruction is being destroyed and you don't even know why you're being destroyed. Because they told you in the church that the laws are done away with and you're not keeping the laws of the Most High. We are destroyed with a sword destruction.
That's right.
That's it.
Damn right. Come on. Damn right.
Man. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ.
You just seen Cap. Don't let that go over your head, man. Don't let it go over your head. Captain Yarl just broke the chain off your mind. Do not join America. I know it got the lights, glamour, action, the glitter and gold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just want to join America. So it's so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And the beautiful cities and all that. And you want to join America. But let me tell you something. As Cap said, it's going to destroy you. It's going to destroy you. The best thing for you to do, and I mean this with everything, you're Black, Hispanic, the best do is join the ISUPK under commanding General YAHANNA. That's the best thing for you to do because that is how you separate yourself from America. Do we still go to our slaveries and work? Of course. Yeah. Do we still take our wives and our children to the park? You know what I'm saying? To have a nice day out. Do we go to restaurants? We still live our lives. But we understand that we're in captivity. We understand that we're in hell. And we don't join America with our what? As Cap said, don't let it go over your head. We don't let our spirits be joined with America. Yeah. There's another scripture that's I'm paraphrasing where it says, if you're joined with them, you're gonna be thrust through. You know what I'm saying? The other scripture that says that, you know what I'm saying, if you join unto them, but paraphrasing, you're gonna be destroyed right with them. Yeah. Okay? So that's what we mean by depart. As Cap said, you can't get on a plane and get away from LGBTQ.
That's right.
You can't get on a plane and get away from the racism of this place. You can't get on a plane and get away from all the demonic spirits that are in this place. Right. They're all over the earth. You have to. This is what has to leave.
Exactly.
Leave this place here. And you can do that by watching the Chain Breakers podcast under the ISUPK, under Commander General YAHANNA, every week, Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Time. Captain Yarl is out there. If you're in Oklahoma City, you need to be on the phone with Captain Yarl right now. If you need more information about the school, then you need to contact Captain Yarl or Officer 5000 Ayash. Them brothers out there is doing it. Y'all got is Kwame Part out there too?
No. We got Officer Gobble War. Officer Gobble War, Officer Nashaya Allah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn right. You get with them brothers out there, man, if you're in that area. For sure. I'm gonna have to come out there and make a visit, Cal. I don't know how long. That's probably a long drive. I don't know.
Actually, hold on. Oh, I forgot. Y'all in North Carolina. But it's about 16, 17 hour drive.
I might have to see what that Oklahoma City. I might have to see what that's hitting for. You know what I'm saying?
Or like we might meet in DC. We might in DC. I might take a trip up to DC. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't talking my language. You know I'll be up in DC. That's
exactly.
I might have to meet you out there in DC. Say less, but you know that's all we got for today. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, rocked out with us. We really did a roll call, man. But we appreciate all y'all brothers and sisters for supporting the Chain Breakers podcast. Again, we're gonna try to work and get things better and better and better for y'all. Shout out to everybody that tuned in on the Clubhouse too. The Clubhouse rocking. So the water for that. We on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Clubhouse, Instagram, we everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all stay tuned in and plugged in with the Chainbreakers podcast. Make sure y'all also tuned in and plugged in with ISUPK Oklahoma. Make sure y'all go over to their pages, like all their content, like all the videos, you know what I'm saying? They go in the camp out there holding it down. Make sure you supporting them brothers. Make sure you supporting all the different podcasts, radio shows, classes, everything that the ISUPK has to offer. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all help us push this truth. And with that, we're going to end it there, man. Again, appreciate all y'all for tuning in. We're going to see y'all next week, same time, same place, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Time. To the brothers, we say shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Baraka Thumb. And to the sisters, we say shalom, Yahweh Shamar Allah Thun, Ba Shem Yahweh Shah.